Welcome back to the Dark Reading News Desk at Black Hat USA. Terry Sweeney here, contributing editor with Dark Reading. And joining me now is Shannon Murphy, global security and risk strategist with Trend Micro. Shannon, welcome to the Dark Reading News Desk.
Terry, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Excellent. Well, let's just start by acknowledging this era of AI transformation that we are living through and, of course, working through. Talk a little bit, if you would, about what Trend Micro is doing to embrace this AI transformation on a global level, while still managing the business and cyber risks associated with that for Trend's own customers.
Absolutely. It's an excellent question. This is the topic that's on every CISO's mind right now. For us at Trend, we're not just embracing it, but we're actually really enabling it for our customers right now. And that comes in lots of different forms, right? Whether that's AI for security teams, so that could be detection models, risk models, these SOC assistants, but it also comes in the form of securing that AI by design as well. So that comes in different forms as well. AI gateways, AI data centers. There's lots of different needs depending on the investment, maturity, and scale of the organization. So for us, it's really important to be meeting the customer where they're at and delivering the types of tools that they would need for their, unique environment. We're also working with some different partners to achieve this as well. NVIDIA definitely comes to mind, Amazon, other COSI, COSAI members. And then more recently, we've been working with a new partner to secure enterprise AI operations with GMI Cloud. So there's a few different avenues that we're looking at this right now because, of course, the breadth of how we're going to tackle this is pretty wide.
That's quite a brain trust of partners.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're very excited about these different partners. And again, they're just moving so fast. So we're excited to be part of this community for sure.
Trend Micro, of course, is no stranger to AI and its use within the enterprise. Can you just give us a bit of an idea of how the company is using AI internally and how it's basically learning by example or doing by example?
Absolutely. Again, great question, because not only are we a security company, but we're an enterprise ourselves as well, right? So from a business operations, we're looking at different opportunities to look at our customer accounts, for example, and try and identify the best solutions for them that would fit into their tech stack really seamlessly. That's a great example. But of course, across, whether it's HR, finance, marketing, everyone is looking and evaluating tools that will help them be more productive as well. This also helps our security team, in a sense, eat our own dog food because we get to do testing in our own environment first for our own transformation and adoption. So that's just an extra benefit to the journey that we're on right now ourselves.
And have you gotten your feet wet with Chat GPT yet?
I think I might have been one of the earliest adopters on ChatGPT. Yeah, I think for me, I'm not necessarily engineer by trade. So even playing around with some of these coding applications in ChatGPT has been really interesting to explore that experience as well.
All right. Shifting gears slightly, talk about how you see AI models being secured as they become more and more widely used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for right now, I think the low-hanging fruit for security leaders is to get the visibility. Where are the applications being used in your organization? What is the sales team using? What is the dev team using? That's the first step. From there, you can start to govern and you can start to make decisions on who gets access to what, who gets access to the models, who gets access to ChatGPT. Even if you're particularly conservative right now, and that's something that you're still evaluating, but visibility and then starting to govern and then actually using that visibility to have conversations with the business leaders or the department heads, you can bring that as a data point. That is an amazing, really proactive way to get started. And then that actually kind of combines a few different things, right? when we're talking about security, it's never just technology, right? We have to look at people, process as well. So using the technology and using that visibility as a basis to have those conversations is a great strategy that I've seen from a few different CISOs I've been having these conversations with lately.
Is there some pressure on CISOs and by extension SOC analysts to score some early wins, both as a cost justification, but also like to prove some ROI as well?
Well, for sure. For security, our goal is to be enablers, right? We don't want to be the department of no. We want to be able to help the business. So when you talk about scoring points, this is definitely a great way to be a real partner to the business. Where I've seen some CISOs extending existing projects is looking at how they're approaching zero trust and using that philosophy and that architecture and bringing it into this AI context. So they're using something that they've already spun up, and then they're applying it. They're applying it to a new infrastructure shift, essentially, and that way they can also show their experience as well, and their proactivity and how they want to address this. So yes, absolutely. I think the pressure is there, and there are definitely points to be won.
That's a neat hybrid, AI and zero trust.
I think there are some really cool parallels between these two. You can call them trends, I guess, moving forward.
Talk about as internal teams across an organization start using different kinds of AI tools. What advice do you have for CISOs as they consider what's ahead in 2025 from a planning perspective, a budgeting perspective, just an operational sense? And what are your thoughts there?
Absolutely. So I think first and foremost, CISOs need to be getting the attention of the business leaders and having these conversations on a regular cadence, not just for 2025, but even now, like yesterday would have been a great time to start. And at the end of the day, the business and security have common goals, right? We can't lose sight of that. Risk around data transfers, contracts, financial transaction, that's stuff the business cares about. Making sure we don't have a data leakage problem, or making sure intellectual property isn't leaving the company, that's stuff the business cares about. And also, if your company is going to market with an application, you're selling a generative AI application, having a competitive advantage there, again, is a common goal that we both have. All of that needs to be part of your 2025 planning, and how you're staffing, how you're resourcing, how you're building your tech stack to account for those different things. That's definitely what I would be putting on my to-do list as a security leader.
All right. Well, Shannon, take us out with some thoughts around actions that CISOs can take to fortify their organizations in this AI era we find ourselves in. Can you give us some guidance there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first is going to be around education. So making sure that our staff are educated, they're aware of the risks from a security team perspective. We're seeing what's being used, we're weighting the risk, we're making some decisions based off of that education. And then the visibility piece, again, you want to be able to see what's being used in the enterprise, so that you can then start to do that governance piece. For us at Trend, we built a secure AI access, and this is doing a couple things. It's securing good apps from risky users. It's also securing good users from risky applications as well. So that is very true to a zero trust philosophy as well. Also looking at different enabling technologies that would help you defend against things like prompt injection. So doing inline blocks of prompts where you would have a data leakage or an IP leakage problem. So that can also help. These are the types of things that you'd want to be looking for in your tech stack. And then from there, I think what I would put on my roadmap is start to look at data security, where we're keeping our data, doing things like data security posture management, data detection and response. This is going to help with different issues like LLM poisoning or model poisoning as well. So just to sum that all up, I would say education of both the security team and of your broader staff, looking to do that governance with things like secure AI access tools. That's going to help with, securing the applications and the users, but also preventing the prompt injection attack. And then lastly, I would be prioritizing data.
Excellent. Well, you've got us thinking differently, both operationally and strategically, about AI in the enterprise. Thanks for joining us for Dark Reading News Desk, Shannon. We appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Terry.
We've been talking with Shannon Murphy of Trend Micro at the Dark Reading News Desk. This has been Terry Sweeney with Dark Reading. Thanks for joining us for this segment. We'll see you next time.